But let's get straight back to the WSL and Courtney, straight to it, really. How much are you looking forward to it?
Yeah, absolutely buzzing. I think I heard my voice in there, which I always hate hearing my voice back.
We all do. We all have this weird thing about it.
Saying it's going to be the most competitive WSL season ever. And I believe that. I think looking at some of the business that especially Arsenal have done, I think we'll probably get on to who I think is going to obviously go and win it. But Arsenal, I think, is going to be right up there. I really do. I think the fact that they've kept Chloe Kelly on a permanent signing now, obviously the massive world record signing as it was with Olivia Smith. Apparently, if we believe rumours to be true, Chelsea might go and beat that with Alyssa Thompson before the window closes. But yeah, it's I think the push from the Euros has been massive. I think we saw it obviously when we won it here on home soil. But again, that I think I felt it as well being out in Switzerland, but still the coverage that obviously we gave everyone, but then the interaction that we were getting from everyone back home as well was absolutely incredible. I think then when you see it, when you come home and you're turning your telly on and you're seeing the girls on all the sort of main channels and obviously the sort of the big television shows being interviewed, and rightly so.
The parade and the thousands of fans that turned up for it, incredible.
Yeah, and just to be there with talkSPORT, to witness it, to be at the parade and see everyone lined down the mall as they're coming down on the bus, it was incredible. So hopefully, and I'm sure it will, that'll push on through to this season. Obviously, it's not just the Lionesses as well. I think obviously very well represented in terms of European footballers here in the WSL. So not just the Lionesses that have obviously gone and won, but so many players that played in the, or are still playing, or have come to the WSL, played in the Euros as well.
I mean, just going back onto that parade, like you were just referring to, being there and seeing the thousands and thousands of fans and just seeing the reaction to that, you know, the fact that the Lionesses defended their title, which is never an easy thing to do for any nation, really. It clearly shows the demand is there. The demand and want for women's football is just growing and growing. We know that. We hear about it all the time, how it's one of the most popular sports in terms of growth. But that's clearly impacted as well the thinking of the WSL, because this is the final season of it being just 12 teams. Because as of next season, we're going to have 14 teams. And there's going to be a slight change in how the promotion relegation picture is going to look as well.
Yeah, and I think that was important. I think being involved in a game, it's something when I was still playing that we wanted. I think, I'll be honest, the FA did a lot of great things with the WSL, but I think that's something that they really missed the boat on, not expanding it more quickly. And I think, obviously, with London City Lionesses, for example, they've invested so well, so they're not going to struggle. My worry is through the years, the gap has got bigger and bigger. But hopefully, again, with the sort of the things that have been put in place with the minimum salaries for WSL2 as well, that will join that gap again. But as I mentioned, glad it's happening now, because I think that should have been done many years ago. But as you say, because of that appetite, because of Chelsea winning it for the last 6 seasons, deservedly so, by the way. I'm not saying they didn't deserve that, but I think for the league to be competitive, there needs to be more jeopardy. And by adding more teams in, that will add more jeopardy both at the top and the bottom of the league.
And also, you alluded to it there with what Arsenal achieved, like the Champions League as well, and they'll be looking at the WSL this season as, you know, it's been a while since they've won the league title. So they'll be looking at this as a really important season for them to kick on and sort of harness what they achieved in Europe by doing something similar in the Women's Super League. And when you consider Chelsea, won the title, 12 points, I think they finished the season clear. What we want to see is a competitive WSL.
Of course we do. And I was actually in Lisbon, so seeing Arsenal lift that trophy, I actually managed to blag myself down pitch side afterwards as well, so that was quite fun. But no, to sort of be a part,
all the places to be.
And to be honest, I just walk in and hope for the best and hope I don't get kicked out, and it's been working quite well for me so far. But that's how I got in the studio. But no, to see them do that, that should give them that massive push. The fact that if we're, you know, it's not short, is it? It's 11.
Yes.
And I think Beth Mead is staying put. So I think that's important. As I say, Olivia Smith coming in, getting Chloe Kelly on a permanent, already got a obviously fantastic team. They've got a player in, I know she's obviously not necessarily fully fit now, but I think getting her, Leah Williamson, fully fit back from her ACL and playing at her full capacity, I think it was massive. So the sooner they get her back, the better. But I think for me, Arsenal are the challengers. Arsenal are the ones that if anyone's going to do it and knock Chelsea off their perch, which is going to be no mean feat, by the way, it'll be Arsenal.
All right.